Good morning, dear students. Our grammar topic today is past simple versus past continuous. Let's start. We begin saying that the simple past tense, it is also known as the past simple and expresses completed actions in the recent and distant past. The simple past is the basic form of the past tense in English. We use it for actions that happened once or repeatedly in the past. Last month, a girl from China joined our class. She was from China. She showed us where she was from on a map. Actions that happened one after the other in the past. She came in, introduced herself, and began to talk about her country. A new action interrupting an action that was already taking place, together with the past progressive tense. While she was talking about her hometown, the school bell suddenly rang. In the second conditional, if I spoke Chinese, I would like to go on holiday to China. The simple past is used to say when something happened, so it is common to use it with expressions of time and adverbs of frequency. Time expressions. Yesterday, 2 minutes ago, in 1990, the other day, last Friday, etc. Adverbs of frequency. Always, often, sometimes, rarely, never, etc. The verb be is irregular in the simple past. We use the contractions wasn't and weren't in negative sentences. I was. I was not or I wasn't. Was I? You were. You were not or you weren't. Were you? The conjugation of verbs in the simple past is the same for all forms. We add ed to the regular verbs, but the irregular verbs have to be learned by heart. In negative sentences and questions, we use the auxiliary verb did or did not together with the main verb in the infinitive. The table below shows examples of the conjugation of regular and irregular verbs in the simple past, in affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. Regular verbs. I played. I did not play. Or I didn't play. Did I play? Irregular verbs. You spoke. You did not speak. You didn't speak. Did you speak? We use the contraction didn't in negative sentences in the simple past. We always use the infinitive of the verb after the auxiliaries didn't and did. For example, I didn't know about the party. Did you have a nice weekend? Did she say something? Regular verbs are conjugated by adding ed to the base infinitive of a verb. Play, played. However, there are some exceptions to this rule. When a verb ends in e, we only add d. Love, loved. The final consonant is doubled after a short stressed vowel. Admit, admitted. A y at the end of the word is replaced by an I and add ed. Hurry, hurried. Now let's see the past progressive tense. It is also called the past continuous and expresses an action that was ongoing or in progress at a specific moment in the past. There are a few ways to use the past progressive tense in English. We can use it to express an action that was in progress at a specific moment in the past. We were celebrating Sammy's birthday when you called. Two actions that were taking place at the same time. Clara was pouring champagne for everyone while Sammy was blowing out the candles on his birthday cake. A past action that was interrupted by a second past action. We were singing happy birthday when the phone rang. To conjugate the past progressive tense, we use the past tense form of the auxiliary verb be, was or were, followed by the main verb in its ing form. The table below shows the conjugation of the past progressive tense in affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. I was speaking, I was not speaking, or I wasn't speaking. Was I speaking? You were speaking, you were not speaking, you weren't speaking. Were you speaking? The present participle or ing form is usually formed by adding ing to the infinitive of the verb. Speak, speaking. However, there are a few exceptions to the rule. An e at the end of the word is removed, but ee, oe, and ye remain unchanged. Come, coming. For verbs that have a short stressed vowel before the final consonant is double, but not w, x, and y. Sit, sitting. An ie at the end of the word is replaced with a y. Lie, lying. The simple past and the past continuous are used to express actions in the past. However, each has a different function. The chart below provides an overview of the differences between them. The simple past is a narrative tense to describe actions that take place one after another. For example, every morning I got up early, set off on my bike, visited the villages along the way, and talked to people. It is used to describe an action which interrupts a second one. For example, when I was talking to a farmer in a village, my phone suddenly rang. Or to talk about completed actions. For example, I spent my holiday in Wales. On the other hand, past continuous describe two actions which are taking place simultaneously. For example, while I was cycling, my friends were probably sitting on the beach. It is used to set the scent or describe an action already in progress in the past. For example, when I was talking to a farmer in a village, my phone suddenly rang. It emphasizes that an action or state continued for a longer time in the past, as it was raining so heavily at the seaside. Signal words can help us to recognize which tense to use in a sentence. Below is a list of signal words for the simple past and past continuous tenses. For the simple past, we can find when, then, first, suddenly. And here we have some examples. I was cycling on the road when the rain started. Then I unlocked my bike, I set off. First, I put on my trainers. I was taking a break and suddenly I heard a loud crash. On the other hand, for the past continuous, we can find when and while. For example, when I was cycling, I saw the most beautiful sunset. While I was cycling, my friends were hiding from the rain. Be careful, the following verbs are not generally used in a progressive form. Static verbs as be, cost, feed, mean, remain, should. For example, the weather was awful. Verbs indicating possessions as belong or have. For example, I didn't have a lot of luggage. verbs of sensory perception, as feel, hear, see, smell, taste, touch. For example, I saw many villages. Verbs that express feelings, as hate, hope, like, love, prefer, regret, want, wish. For example, my friends prefer to spend their holidays by the sea. Verbs of thought and recognition, as believe, know, realize, recognize, seem, think, understand. For example, I thought they would be sitting at the beach all day. Finally, clauses accompanying direct speech, as answer, ask, reply, and say. For example, we're spending all day inside, my friend said. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. Okay, now we are going to put in practice this explanation about past simple and past continuous, solving our Kahoot game. We are waiting. The internet load down the game, please. Okay. Wait for a while, please. Okay, the pin for the game is 3885029 or scan the QR code, please. Thank you, Ethan, Maria. Thanks a lot. Okay, no one else? Let's start with our game. Okay, the correct answer is we were sitting at the breakfast table when the doorbell rang. Sang, sorry. Okay, the correct answer is she met a lot of friendly people while she was working in California. Okay, the correct answer is when they left the museum, the sun was shining. The students were playing cards when the teacher came in. In this sentence, you can identify that one action interrupt another one in progress. While the children were sleeping, their parents were watching. In this sentence, we are talking about two activities that take place at the same time. It started to rain while she was watering the flowers in the garden. This is another example that an action is interrupted by another one. Okay, the correct answer is when I open the door, it She heard a loud bang while she was talking to his friend. Is the correct answer. While he was taking a shower, his dog eating his sticks. Okay, in this example, again, we have two actions in the same place, in the same time. Excellent. You could identify that an action was interrupted by another. Thank you. Cindy broke her leg while she was snowboarding. Okay, in a different order, but another action is interrupted by a previous one. He was listening to the radio while she was preparing breakfast. Two actions at the same time. My mother was driving at 7 kilometers per hour when a policeman stopped her. The girl noticed that the boy was watching her. My dad fell off the ladder while he was painting the carport is the correct answer. While we were waiting, we were doing crossword puzzles. Nick became sick while he was traveling in Texas. You did it very well. Okay. What were you doing when you heard about 9 to 11? Excellent. 21 correct. She said that she wasn't feeling happy, so I talked to her. Excellent. Excellent answer for this sentence. While George was repairing his bike, Bill was playing video games. We talked about the movie while we were walking home. Okay, only 7 people were right. I think she was wearing her new hat when I saw her at the zoo. Again, it was an excellent answer for you. Susan was reading a book when the lights went out. 15 people are right. Again, it was a good answer. When the phone rang, Mom was working in the garden. Excellent. Okay, the correct answer. What were you doing when I called you last night? Nothing. Okay. On holiday, we visited Rome, saw the Vatican, and spent a few days at the beach. Okay. For this sentence, the answer is a little longer. Let's see. It was a day last September. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. I was walking along the street when I met an old friend. Okay, for this Kahoot, Shante is on the first place, Fernanda Lopez on the second place, and Angel Gonzalez on the third place. Congrats, all of you. Do you have any question, any comment about these tense? No, no doubts. Ok.
No, teacher.
Then, nada más les recuerdo que en esta segunda unidad, nada más vamos a subir el portafolio de evidencias a la plataforma. Es decir, tu hoja con tus 3 capturas de pantalla, ya sea una Word o PDF. ¿Sí? Y estate al pendiente, no así tan extremo, pero sí estate al pendiente, porque les voy a mandar, cuando ya esté abierto el examen, sí, les voy a mandar la fecha para que lo puedan realizar. ¿Ok? Recuerden estudiar muy bien los contenidos de la unidad 1 y de la unidad 2. See you next class. Thank you so much. Bye bye.